Man, it comes down to this one final game. If they win the Super Bowl, it was worth it. If they do not, it was not. And I will clarify. Regardless, for Odell Beckham, it was worth it. But for Odell's legacy, it's completely contingent upon whether or not they win a Super Bowl. For Odell, it's worth it because you got out of Cleveland. You got to a better city with better weather, a better quarterback, a better offensive-minded head coach, and they passed the ball more. So if you're Odell, clearly it was worth it for him as a person. But we got to talk about what transcends a person. What will always transcend a person is a legacy. Because a person is one individual, but a legacy is what several individuals think about that one individual.
Okay.
So for Odell Beckham's legacy, it was not necessarily worth it unless he wins a Super Bowl. If we were all being real with ourselves, and we can be real with one another, when you think about Odell Beckham, you close your eyes, you think 2, 3, or 4 things. You can visualize the catch.
Yeah.
But outside of visualizing the catch, everything else probably that comes to your mind is a distraction from the game of football. It might be the boat party. It might be the kicking of the net. It might be the touchdown celebrations. It might be the yelling at Freddie Kitchens that was turned into a social media meme. Whatever the case may be, Odell Beckham's legacy is ridden with distractions outside of the catch.
Okay.
So for Odell Beckham's legacy, it all comes down to winning a Super Bowl. If he wins a Super Bowl, it was completely worth it. Because now when we close our eyes and think about Odell Beckham, we'll think about the catch, we'll think about the Super Bowl, and then we'll think about the distractions. But as it stands right now, we think about the catch, we think about the distractions. But for Odell, the person, regardless, it's worth it. From what I've heard, he's earned $2 million in incentives. Now, we've heard that's been given in crypto and those rumors and whatnot. Whether it's true or not, I do not know. But in the playoffs alone, he's earned $2 million in incentives. He's in a new city. He's in a better city. Better head coach offensively. Better passing offense. I think Odell is happy.
Yeah, I think he's definitely happy. But was the drama worth it? It's hard to answer because I can't argue with the result of where he ended up for all the reasons you just mentioned. But I don't love the process, like going, your parents defending you on social media, like,
tough.
It's the other guy pointing fingers at other people. It was a messy divorce. I think if you could have avoided that, that would have been nice. But listen, you have to go through what you have to go through in your life to be where you are now. So are there other ways you could have navigated that? Yes. And listen, it's the coach's job. Well, number one, we know this. You can't win with a bunch of choir boys. Like, you need some dogs in the NFL to win, right? And sometimes that comes with a little drama. That comes with a couple headlines here. That
a little spice.
The right, supporting cast. You can keep all that and channel it in the right direction. Get the best out of your individual players. Hold everybody to a same standard, but treat everybody differently, right? You're not going to be treated equally. You're going to be treated a little different based on your talent, right? I remember Rex Ryan saying, hey, the bus leaves at 2 o'clock unless you're Darrelle Revis. Right? Like, that's just the way he was treated because of how he played. So it's difficult for me to be like, yes, this is the new way to get out of, you kick up enough dust, you make enough noise, you get a great opportunity. I don't think that sets the right example. However, I can't argue with the result. He's in a great spot, and especially if they win. I mean, it's a slam dunk. He's done it all.
Yeah, you guys went there, but let me just plant the flag and let me just declare it wasn't worth it. Not worth it at all.
Wow.
Stop. There's no connectivity between the drama in Cleveland and what the success looks like in Los Angeles. Nothing. But people will lie to themselves and think that they're necessary. I got to go through hell to get to heaven. The old pastors used to say that. Boy, the devil's a lie. The devil is a lie. You do not have to go through hell to get to heaven.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
You know what I'm saying? There's a direct way to heaven. I know. Let me just go get this. Let me just say it like this. People are going to perceive it this way because a lot of people go through adversity before, obviously, you get to your success. That's how we became professional athletes. It wasn't always a successful linear road. It was full of ups and downs, right? So we all project that, like, you got to go through things to really get there, and then more so appreciate it when you get there. But do you need to fail a test to get an A? Anybody? Do you need to get hurt to stay healthy? Anybody? Do you need to be whacked before you go platinum? Like, anybody? Like, this whole, you got to go through hell and get an L before you get to that place makes no sense. Now, Acho, you said something that I just want to respond to. You said that Odell's 3 moments that pop into your head when you close your eyes, the catch, obviously for everybody to catch. But then I hear my daughter, and I see her right now. She keeps telling me how good looking this dude is, and Odell, okay, she's 22-year-old, I get it, her favorite athlete. pizza and flour, distraction, as you said. I remember that moment. But for me, when I look at Odell Beckham Jr., I see unrealized potential. It's rare to see somebody who had that type of start and it is now in this position of success and having impact on a potentially Super Bowl winning team, and you still look at him like, he hasn't even scratched the surface yet. There's so much runway still in front of Odell Beckham Jr. So when I close my eyes, I wonder if he's ever going to fully realize all that potential.
But for me, I think the drama was worth it, Sel, because the drama was what got him to L.A. Without the drama, there appears not to be any L.A.
Meaning he's stuck there.
What do you mean? Can the Giants just trade you to the Rams or something? Like, I don't need to go through that. I went through that, but the need.
But here's worth it
from what I've heard. Traded from the Giants.
Correct. Yes, traded from.
So he had no control over.
No control.
Yes,
this one he had control over.
Really both, right? One was intentional, one was inadvertent. But Giants, he got traded because of drama. Right? The ownership in New York ain't with all that party boat stuff, ain't with all that highlights, ain't with all that. Trades him to Cleveland. Now, Cleveland, it was more intentional. Cleveland, I want out. It was your actions in New York that got you out unintentionally. But it was your intentional actions in Cleveland that got you to L.A. Without the drama, I don't think Odell ends up in L.A. So I'm not going to say this was you got to go through hell to get to heaven, but I do think he had to go through Cleveland to get to L.A. Because otherwise, if not for that...
Sound like hell and heaven to me. As an L.A. native, this is heaven. I ain't saying Cleveland hell, but it ain't heaven. Anybody?
There goes the Cleveland market.
Y'all be right. Cleveland rain. Ratings have tanked.
I think he was going to have an opportunity wherever, and he kicked up the dust. And I don't necessarily agree with that way of forcing your way out. But, there's something to be said with getting off of a sinking ship and then staying on the sinking ship. Like, there's two sides of that argument. And people are like, well, you're loyal and you put your head down and work and do the right thing. Good things happen. Well, not always, apparently.
That's the thing.
Yes. Like, maybe you don't get the right opportunity. Maybe it just wasn't the right coaching staff. Maybe it wasn't the right fit with the quarterback.
I think
that's fine, but that's just kind of the way it goes.
I'm in so much turmoil because I'm usually with Sanchez, right? I don't want to have to kick up dust to get up out of here. But we've seen time and time again. Let's go to the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody should know about those stories. It's America's team. Zeke kicks up dust. Yeah. Zeke goes to Cabo. He goes wherever he does. He holds out. He gets $95 million instantly. Highest paid running back, I think highest paid at the position in the history of the NFL. Meanwhile, Dak Prescott, choir boy, figuratively speaking, kicks up no dust. He traverses every family trial, every NFL trial. Bingo. He gets hurt while playing. And then finally, he does get paid 2 years later, though, if we're being honest. Franchise tag, paid.
That's paid, though, top five.
Finally, he gets
paid.
But my thing is, he kicked up no dust and still had to wait for his. We can talk basketball. James Harden. He had to kick up all the dust in the world, get body shamed just to get up out of there. So I do think at times, unfortunately, you do got to kick up dust as a player to get. Look at Aaron Rodgers.
It's becoming more popular.
Look, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. In vogue,
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's Brian Flores. Kick up dust, maybe it.
Brian Flores. First.
Careful.
Yeah, here y'all go. I know. Acho over there. Uncomfortable conversation time. Acho, you sound like you sound like the girlfriend before the wife. That's how they sound.
I made this. Oh my God.
You needed me.
Girlfriend too?
You needed me to find love. No, I didn't. That bad relationship I went through.
I didn't want to do this to him. How many engagements before you found love?
You want me to stop?
How many engagements?
1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
Did I buy the 4 free before?
Out every
That's my point.
You think I needed them though?
Yes, you needed to fail.
You know how many girlfriends I had?
You needed to go through hell to find you an Anne Marie.
First of all, I'm not going to do that. I love my wife. That is heaven. Are there multiple? Like, those were good experiences as well. You act like those are bad experiences.
You didn't get the ring back.
That's good, because I ain't cheap and broke and an idiot.
Personal stuff.
All I got to say is, Acho, this. In your life, has there ever been situations that you fully appreciated, that you went into and actually didn't have to go through the hell to get through it?
Of course,
right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we have this.
Every pitfall. You can avoid a couple of them.
Like, because remember we talked about this. Sometimes the same pit can have a safety net there, or it can have a trampoline there. And sometimes you can fall on it and you're not getting back up. Sometimes you can fall on it and guess what? It saves you, but it also could spring you up.
We can end people.
Okay, good. Damn, you always talking about my engagements. They're going to hit me up on DMs.